my government look forward to the further development of the European community. They will continue to press for improvements in the constructive role of the United Nations, to maintain a substantial aid program, and to encourage investment in developing countries. In order to promote efficiency and growth, my government will continue their policies of exposing state-owned businesses to competition and, where appropriate, returning them in Northern Ireland. Bills will be introduced to establish trustee bodies to manage certain Scottish institutions and to reform Scots law, including provisions on matrimony
for the present £150 to £1,000. New privatisation measures are proposed. The national bus service will be transferred to the private sector. Measures to try and curb child kidnapping will be introduced. And a bill to authorise what the Queen referred to as the interception of communications, telephone tapping, will be introduced as well. Now the Lords rise as the Queen comes down from the throne, and Viscount Whitelaw, with the cap of maintenance, passes in front of her to take his position in the procession. Out of the Lords, through the Royal Gallery, and so on to the roping room. Now, Chris, any surprises there in the speech?
Not at all. I think it's pretty well as has been very, very heavily expected in the first place. The GLC bill is certainly going to cause a great deal of trouble, of course. We've already had immense trouble with both houses over the bill to pave the way for the abolition of the GLC. And I think that fight for power now, of course, all these bills have to get through the Houses of the Parliament in just 1 year. So that does tend to concentrate people's minds pretty closely. But I think on the whole it is what people had expected. It certainly means a very busy year, because there's going to be an immense amount of committee work which is going to go into these things. One thing which I think is perhaps a little surprising, what you've already mentioned, Peter, is this idea of being able to appeal against the leniency of sentences dished out. This, I think, rather does go against the traditions of the British law. As I understand it, you won't be able to appeal to have these lenient sentences increased, but they'll be able to appeal so that they're not established.
And so the Queen has set another political year in motion. She'll have nothing whatever to do with it, just as she had nothing whatever to do with the writing of the speech that she's just read. It's all very different these days from the time of Henry VIII, who could threaten MPs with execution if they didn't pass the laws he wanted.